Good morning. Good morning. You're listening to 106.1 Praise FM, one of Radio One's favorite stations, and you are listening to I Know a Place and I Want to Take You There. But when it's more than one person, I like to say we know a place and we would like to take you there. And you are listening to us live from Concord Baptist Church, and I'm your favorite co-host, Jamie Chris, but your favorite host with the most is Dr. Jones is here today. Good morning, Dr. Jones.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Baltimore. Good morning. Good morning, Delaware. Good morning, D.C. Good morning, Virginia. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
It is indeed a blessing to be here. We thank God for all of our fantastic hosts. We got some young people here that are going to be talking with us about some things, so we are blessed to be here today. I know a place, and I'll take you there. We all know that we are talking about the place I know where I grew up, home ownership, working for ourselves. That's the place that we want to take people who can own their own home, work for their own selves, do their own jobs, create their own skills, and develop their own selves. So that's the kind of community, that's the place I know, that's where I grew up, that's with my father and our family, and it was a lot of us, and we worked many, many acres. And at that time, we planted cotton and corn. Today, we still have a lot of the acres. We no longer plant cotton, but we do plant soybeans and wheat. So we want to be glad to let you know that that's the place that I grew up, and that's the place that we want to emphasize to individuals, that that's the place we want to help you to get to. Absolutely. Now, but today, there are special days for today. Special days for today. First of all, this is National Singing Awareness Day.
Amazing.
This is if you have a little song that you like to whisper to yourself as you walk along to motivate yourself, you can sing a little song. Do any of y'all young people have a song that you can sing? She got one. Go ahead.
Dr. Jones, put him on the spot.
Go ahead. A Mount Moriah McCary song. Go ahead. Yes. Go ahead and sing your song.
Oh my God. You gotta. You want to come sing? You gotta come to the mic, sweetheart. You can't stay back there.
Yeah, come on up and sing. This is national. We have. This is National Awareness Singing Awareness Day.
Sing Awareness Day, okay.
National Singing Awareness Day. You know, a lot of people, motivate themselves by singing a little song to themselves. A lot of people motivate their relax their mind by singing songs to themselves. And of course, a lot of people make a good living by singing songs to other people. Great singers. We have a great singer here with us.
Okay, you ready, Princess? Yeah. She said she ready. Okay. Dr. Jones put you on the spot.
Go ahead, sing your song.
Give us a little snippet. You ain't gotta do the whole thing. Just a little snippet.
All I want for Christmas is you. Yeah,
that's Mariah Carey. That's what you. What about the part of I don't want a lot for Christmas? There is one thing you're not gonna give that. Give us the hook again. All I want for Christmas is you. Let's hear that.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Exactly. There you go. I couldn't have done that last part.
Hopefully she'll be singing in service tomorrow.
She will be singing.
Worship service tomorrow.
Okay.
This is some of the groups that are going to be singing tomorrow. Amen. In the services. There's also National Chocolate and Almonds Day.
Chocolate and almonds
Day?
Yeah.
So
I like that combination. That's one of my little favorite little
chocolate
treats,
and almonds day, so you can kind of do your little snack with your chocolate.
Yes, and it's healthy for you. That's the thing.
There's also National Tattoo Day.
You got a tattoo, Dr. Jones?
No, I don't I'm an alpha. We didn't put tattoos on. Omegas generally have tattoos.
Oh, okay. I don't have
However, tattoos are a symbol of culture, your culture, or your self-expression. So those are tattoos. Sometimes they may be symbol of your culture, the culture that you represent, and also it reflects your attitude and experience about certain things, because it reflects your environment in your culture and where you have been influenced by.
Well, sidebar, I got to stop you there. I don't want to spend too much time on it. So what you're saying, Dr. Pastor Jones, is that it's okay, because my 16-year-old is listening, and he's pressuring me for a tattoo. So what you're saying here is that it is not against the word of God to get a tattoo? Because, some preachers preach, treat your body as a holy temple unto the Lord, and they say you should not have tattoos. So I just want to hear from you. What's your opinion? Because you just threw it out there. You said it's an expression of culture.
Tattoos has always been symbols in the Bible.
Okay.
Tattoos have always
Give us
been
some history.
It's one of the major things. See, we talking about African culture.
Okay.
The Bible, well, folks don't want to admit to it, but the whole Bible most of the Bible is focused on African culture.
Yes.
And African culture always have had symbols. Symbols and different symbols represented. It was so designed that different symbols, you can tell what African continent or country they were from.
Okay.
By the symbol that they have on.
I like the little history lesson.
And if you know the Bible, folks don't want to admit to it. All of the Old Testament is basically African. There was once Paul moved into the Gentile areas and stuff like that. Kind of moved out of across the line out of Africa. But most of whether we want to admit it or not, Jerusalem is in Africa.
Facts. Well, thank you, Dr. Jones. Any other days you have for us,
Yes,
Jameson? I hope you were
yes.
listening, because I know you're going to rock my world.
This is National Cowboy Day.
Cowboy, like a real cowboy, or the Cowboys team?
Cowboys and Westerns.
Okay, and Westerns. Shout out to my dad.
We
He loves a good Western.
Some of us still like to watch the Cowboys and Westerners movies. And Wills Fargo. Wills Fargo is one of the movies. And one thing that I like about the movie Wills Fargo, it always represents a certain principle. Somebody, even though it's a Western, they always conclude by representing some principle that you can apply to life. That's the Wills Fargo. Every now and then you see Gunsmoke also represent, some principles. Or something. Most of the other Western movies do have some principles that they represent. They show how people who have had wrong values, and they show the consequences of their. They conclude by showing the consequences of their life by having wrong values. So all of these things are expressed in Westerns. And this is a special Cowboy Western Day.
Well, shout out to all the Western watchers today. And look, if you ain't got cable, you had to sometimes be forced to watch a Western, because sometimes that was all that was on when you had 4 channels to watch. That was a long time ago, though.
Yeah,
There you go.
so-
All right, what do you have for us, Dr. Jones? What else?
So that's about it. There are other days that I don't deem essential to talk about.
Facts.
But those individuals who may be listening may be aware of those other days. We tell you to utilize them for yourselves. Those are the ones that I only want to
And we want to say at least a happy belated Valentine's Day to all of our listeners, because we love all of our listeners,
Yes.
and that was just yesterday.
Yesterday was Valentine's Day. Yes, Valentine's Day. That's when you express care and relationship and support for people who near you, people that you deal with, people
Yeah,
that
it's
you
an expression. You don't even
care
have to
about.
spend money. People think it's a money thing or a gift thing, but it's an expression of love. That's all it is.
Well, you care about people that you care about.
Yes.
And people that you appreciate,
People
who
that
have
you
helped
appreciate. Yeah.
All children ought to be expressing appreciation to parents on Valentine's Day, because they have brought you into this world. They have helped you to have clothes, food to eat, clothes to wear. They have helped you. So remember that your parents have played a major role
Huge
in your
part.
development.
Yeah.
Also, they are guiding you as to certain principles of life that you must utilize and master those principles, because they're going to be your success in life. And so always encourage you. Always ask your parents questions. How do you feel about this? How do you think I should think about this? Should I go to this place? Should I participate with people who are doing this? See, don't be afraid to ask your parents questions, so That's the way you motivate them to give you some guidance on principles of life. Now, this school, the development of a square, deals with a lot of principles. One of the things they deal with economics. One of the areas of the development of square is economics. It's help you to understand the value of how you having a budget. Sometimes one of the problems that our people run into, we fail to create a budget. A budget is a plan as to the way you're going to utilize the monies that you have coming in.
Absolutely.
And if you don't plan that, you're going to misspend money. Then you're going to be struggling trying to figure out what I'm going to do because you didn't plan how you're going to spend the money that you have. When I was teaching in Chicago in December, I was showing them that you can do minimum wages. Minimum wages. If you budgeted and planned it and followed this strategy that I gave them, minimum wages in 21 years, you can still be a millionaire. You didn't know that, did you? With minimum wages. It's your planning and how to use the little money that you have. And usually, the most effective way of developing is developing property. And that's one of the things that we're going to talk about, developing ownership to property.
I hear you. Well, we had to do a whole show on that. Show
Yeah,
me how to make $1 million
Simple.
off a minimum
It's
wage.
real simple. I mean, when I in Chicago, once I presented that, they said, "Wow, that can work. That can work," and they got excited about it, you know, and talking about how they want to do it. So, but also today I want to talk about community-led empowerment and nurturing, cleanse. Community-led empowerment and nurturing. That's a new movement that we have. It's community-led. This name came from community organization people, and we are working with them. Community-led empowerment and nurturing. And what we are going to do, right now, there are 4 different areas that we are putting on a brochure and placing it on every corner and every block and every family that needs it and that wants to participate in this plan. They can call the number that is on the brochure and leave their name and the area that they want to focus on the brochure. Now, the areas they're going to be focused on, number 1, becoming a corporation. Becoming a corporation. Having your own corporation. Also, number 2, LLC. Corporation and LLCs. What we're going to do, when you call and say that I want to have my own corporation, when you call the number and leave your name and your phone number and say, I want to have a corporation, we're going to invite you to a special incorporation training. So on that site, you'll be trained about how the corporation will work or how the LLC work. And not only will you be trained, it will be developed for you on that site. So when you come to that day, that special invitation day, you will leave with your own corporation already, with your assistance, whatever necessary assistance that we're going to even help finance your incorporation. I think when I incorporate my business, I think it was about $40 many years ago, but now I think it's $200 and some dollars. We're going to make those monies available also, so you can do your cooperation while you are at that special training that we're going to invite you to. When you call, leave your number, name, and which area. The other area is home ownership. Let me deal with the individual job skills first. We will have an area where we have business people there to assist you in whatever job skill interest that you may have. Help you to develop that job skill, and tied in with that job skill, that's number 3, tied in would be number 2, because they want to tie in home ownership with those job skills, home ownership. So we're going to have business here to focus on job skills. We're going to have banks here to focus on home ownership. We're going to have attorneys here to focus on cooperation, and now what we will do, we're going to place this information with these telephone numbers throughout the city on every corner. You know, last week I talked to the men And one of the scriptures I used was when Paul was confronted and told when he was told to go on into the area he was going into and to meet the guy that he was going to meet, and the Lord met the other guy at the area and told him to go to the street called Straight. And so we're saying that every street in the city we're going to be called a street called Straight. We're going straight to those cities, straight to those streets, and leave information that they can call in and say, I want to create a job for me. I want to create an LLC, a corporation. I want to have my job tied in with a bank so I can have my own home ownership. All of this is going to be made available to everybody, not just the people on the block. We're going to pass out these brochures all on every block where folks are standing, but everybody that is listening, any location that you're in, we want you to take advantage of this. When I was down at Virginia Union 160th year anniversary last week, and I talked to some of the pastors there about the same plan, and they got excited about it in Virginia. So this is a strategy that we want to use here to reach individuals and help them to develop their LLC, corporation, their home ownership, and their job skills. Because I believe that God gives everybody some kind of special skill. And the purpose of dealing with children of a young age is to help them to identify that skill very young. Because a lot of kids identify, I've observed kids who are able to do special things. You know, some of them could sing, some of them had brought back direct information of instruction they were given. They were able to digest it so fast and reproduce it back out to you. You know, so all of these type of skills that you see, that represent certain types of skills. So this is what we are going to be developing. I know that, as you know, we have already talked about the emphasis. We want to put it in every location, encourage the churches to take advantage of it, and everybody. But we're going to be, once we get to all of those names from all these places, we're going to invite all of these people who send those names in. We're going to invite them in. We're going to serve you dinner or lunch or whatever it is, and then we're going to do training on these three major areas. So when you leave out, you will have, you'll be a corporation or LLC, or you will have an assignment to special job skills that will be tied onto your home ownership with a bank that is represented here as well. So that's what we want to lead with you. Mm-hmm. Now, that's the thing that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned today.
Okay.
And we know that there is a special, this is another special day in this month.
Oh, what, your birthday?
My birthday.
I knew that was coming. I was just waiting patiently.
And that will be a big celebration tomorrow, and I turn it over to you all.
Okay, perfect. Well, good morning, Dean Cofield. How are you today?
I'm excellent. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm maintaining. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I should say I'm excellent. I forgot. That's the word around town. When someone says, how are you doing? You're excellent. So welcome to the show again today. You're no stranger to the show or the platform. And so I'm assuming that you have some things to tell us about Development of the Square, some other things about Christian education. You have a few announcements for us, right? A few things that you want to share with folks?
Yes, I do.
Perfect.
Good morning, everybody. And I wanted to let you all know Dr. Jones did forget to say that this is not a national celebration, but at Concord this weekend is our Black and Gold celebration. That's why.
Oh, that's why y'all got the black and gold.
You missed the memo.
Nobody
you
gave
missed
me the memo. I did the Valentine's
Black
Day
and gold.
weekend thing. I did some pink and red.
Mm-hmm. This is our Black and Gold weekend as we celebrate our pastor, the Jones family, our pastor's birthday. We honor him this weekend. And as he said, we will be continuing the celebration on tomorrow.
Are the colors black and gold tomorrow?
Yes, black and gold
thank
tomorrow.
you
Wearing
for
black
telling
and
me.
gold tomorrow.
Because I was going to show up and read.
It is black and gold I'm
Now
wearing
you
here.
know, black and gold. Don't come in here with red tomorrow.
I'm not.
But it'll still be black and gold to Dr. Jones, though.
Right.
Whatever color you put on, it will be black and gold.
Yes, that's awesome.
So yes, Baptist Congress of Christian Education and auxiliary to the United Baptist Missionary Convention, we do have a Connect to Your Text workshop that's going to take place on next Saturday, February the 22nd at 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And you may register for that workshop by, let's see what you call. You can call the number, I don't see it on here, but it is the workshop sponsored by the Congress of Christian Education. Look on this if you see it
Yeah,
while
okay,
I go on
perfect.
to the next
Yep.
one. And also,
Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, so we got 410,
410
299,
299
5831.
5831. You may call that number to see how you may register for that workshop for those who want to be more savvy with technology. That's next Saturday, the 22nd, and it's a virtual workshop. And also, coming up in March, the week of March the 3rd through 7th, 2025, we have our United Baptist Missionary Convention Statewide Institute. This is an opportunity for you to take some courses to continue to grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We have morning sessions and evening sessions during the week of March the 3rd through the 7th. The dean, of course, is Sister Doreen Garrett, and our president of the United Baptist Missionary Convention is no longer than Dr. Gregory Maddox. So they have morning sessions during that week from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And some of the classes are, they have a class called A Guide to the New Testament. You can learn, it's like a survey of the New Testament. We have a course called Journey Through Revelation. We have a workshop, Gaining Financial Stability for What's Ahead. And then there's a workshop entitled Global Mission. And this particular workshop is a hybrid class. You can do it on Zoom or in person. And
That's
then we
perfect
have
for
a
people.
women's, and then during the morning session, also a Women of the Bible workshop. That's during the morning session from 10 to 12:30 during that week. And then the evening, do I have enough time to do the evening?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, during the evening that week of March the 3rd through the 7th, we have a few evening classes from 6 p.m. to 8:30. We have one class called Insight into the Bible. We have a class entitled Chronicles of the Bible, Exploration of the Gospel of John, Insight into the Letter of the Romans, that's another class. And we have Exploration of the Book of Ephesians, and quite a few other classes going on. Choir workshop, a workshop on forgiveness,
Oh, nice.
a workshop for associate ministers, a workshop for
What did you say,
minister wives.
associate ministers? That's pretty good. And ministers' wives?
Minister
that's good.
wives and
That's
minister
great.
widows workshop.
Okay.
And then there's also a workshop for pastoral lecture and seminar as well. And those classes take place in the evening. There's a youth division class going on that week as well, during the week, that same week from 6 o'clock to 8:30.
Oh, that's good. So the kids can still go to school, do all the things, get their homework done, and get online.
So there's a scan bar here, but you can't see that. So you contact Dean Doreen Garrett at 443-790-2731 to find more about how to register for our statewide institute. It is a wonderful opportunity to learn more, and if you're in leadership positions or just want to grow in the knowledge of some of these particular areas that we're in study, it's wonderful. It's always a wonderful institute to attend. That is to attend, and that is sponsored by our United Baptist Missionary Convention of Maryland.
That's amazing. Anything else? Any other announcements regarding that, or anything else that we want to talk about before we go to break and come back?
Well,
with
I think that-
with the development of the square.
Well, I guess we'll do that. Come back.
Okay.
We'll come back. I guess.
You got something else for me?
Well, just to continue to emphasize the development of a square.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. So we'll talk about the development of the square when we get right back after this quick song. Of course, it's no commercials. And again, you're listening to I Know a Place, and I want to take you there. And we're broadcasting live from Concord Baptist Church. We'll be right back after Dr. Jones' theme music, please. There we go.
Yep, yep. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth.
kick it for me one more time.
It's Jesus is spreading mighty fast. It's earthquakes are moving through the land. It ain't nothing but a sign that it make up my mind. With the people, we can do it if we try. I know we can do it. Somebody asked me, what do we have to go through, man? It's just a first step, I think. Just a little bit day by day. Don't know where, don't know when. But it's coming
You know what? It's time. About that time, y'all.
Time to make the change.
Yep, yep.
We are the people who can do it. It's time. Time to make the change. We are your people. We can do it.
Here we go. Well, it's time to make that change. People of the world today are fading. All of us have our ups and downs. You better think about it or you won't be around. What we need is a little bit of love. Sent by one from heaven up above. Take a seat, it's simple and plain. This ain't no game, you know what I'm saying.
I know we can do it.
Here we go.
Somebody else said, what do we have to go through it? It's just a test of our faith. We're living day by day. Don't know when, don't know when.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. It's about that time, y'all.
Time to make the change.
That's right.
We are the people who can do it.
Together, make that change.
Time,
About that time.
time to make the change.
Yep, yep.
We are your people. We can do it.
We can do it. Here we go.
Time to make the change. We are the people who can do it.
We can do it. Here we go. About that time, y'all.
Time to make the change. You can do it. We are your people. We can do it. No mountain too high. Oh yeah. Time to make the change. We are the people who can do it.
Here we go. About that time.
Time to make the change. We are your people. We can do it. You can do it. Time to make the change. We are the people who can do it.
Right now, we got to make that change.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Time to make the change.
Yep, yep.
We are your people. We can do
All right,
it.
we're going to break it down one time. Yeah.
I know you will. Time to make the change. We are the people who can do it. Nothing can hold you back. Nothing can stop you now. Time to make the change. That time. We are your people. We can do it. Gotta redeem the time. Turn you evil. Oh Lord. Yeah. Every man, woman, boy, and girl. You can make the change. Yes, it is. Sun's going down. It's time. Oh, yes, it is. Time to make the change. Lady me. We are the people. Oh, Lord, do it. It's time for you to return. It's time. Oh, Lord, sing. Time to make the change. We are your people. We can do it. I know. Time to make the change.
No questions. Okay, good. Got it. I love it. Okay, welcome back. You're listening to 106.1 Praise FM, one of Radio One's favorite stations, and you are listening to I Know a Place, and I want to take you there. And I always say we know a place when it's more than one person, and we would like to take you there. And again, we're broadcasting live from Concord Baptist Church, and right before our song, we had Dean Cofield here ready to tell us some information about the Concord Baptist Church School, Saturday School, which is the development of the square. So you got some more. You're here, you're no stranger to the show, but please tell our new listeners what the development of the Square School entails and give us some more insight there.
Well, the development of the square is a division of our pastor, Dr. Jones, who must have written this program years and years ago.
Okay.
But it was initiated here at Concord in 2011. And it's been going on ever since then, and even today. It's a program where we bring children in to develop principles and concepts where they can grow up to be wholesome and whole individual. That's what he called it, wholesome and whole individual. We have 4 different focuses each Saturday. They attend a class dealing with spirituality. They attend a class dealing with economics. They'll attend a class with dealing with education. The education deals with not only the 3 R's, but behavioral etiquette. And they attend a class dealing with recreation.
I love
In
that.
those areas, they hope to develop and be the wholesome and whole individuals.
So it's education, spirituality, economics, and recreation.
Yes.
Love
yes,
that.
Yes.
And can people, like, is it still open for folks
Yes,
to join, or
yes.
does it cost or anything? What does
It's
that look like?
open. There's no cost.
Uh-huh.
Just want you to show up, register. They can register by calling 410-367-1117, or they can come on a Saturday at 10 o'clock, but best to call ahead to make sure we get them registered, and we'll be expecting them. And it's ages 5 on through high school, really. We really have a college student still hanging around that started with us in 2011 and is still coming on Saturday to volunteer and help out. And so we're going on right even today, right now. And in fact, we have a few older children sitting here with us right now on the radio.
Yes,
show
I heard
with
this
us.
is the
Yes.
teen group, right?
There are teens and preteens in here right
Preteens,
now.
okay. Teens
Yes.
and preteens.
They're
Uh-huh.
basically preteens. They're like, how old are you, Kimberly? 13? Kimberly
Okay.
just turned 13, but Kimberly's been with us since she was born, I guess, since we started.
Oh, wow.
So she's been with us all her life. And I see Demi over there. She's been quite here when she was like maybe 4 or 5, 6 years old, still here. And Ryan family started with us when he wasn't even old enough to come. And then when he got old enough to come, Ryan, how old are you now, Ryan? He couldn't wait to come when his older siblings were coming, and so now he's with us. And then we have some newer
Okay.
guys with us this morning as well that joined with the last couple of years that's been coming with us. So yeah, we are so proud of this program. Dr. Jones is really proud of this program as we continue to help children to develop. That's the purpose, to grow, to be grounded. And we give a lunch too. Once they come here, we go through our classes, and then they have a lunch. And guess what? Today they're having Black History activities sponsored by our young adults. And they have prepared a special lunch for them. Something special for the Black History lunch.
Oh, maybe I'll stay around for the Black History.
Right, but they get a lunch every Saturday. They get a lunch, and sometimes we go away to do activities that we leave the building
awesome.
to go for. So yeah,
So people can call the church. Their children can still join. It's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And again, it's absolutely free. They focus on education, spirituality, economics, and recreation. And it's every Saturday. And sometimes they leave the building, sometimes they don't. Registration is open to all. And you also, I know that you guys have college students and older kids that come back and visit the program. So there's really no age group. There's just youth, right? Is there now, because it's not daycare, so what is the youngest age that you have here?
well, officially we do take kindergartners.
Kindergarten. Okay, that's fair. I love that. Okay.
And guess what? Some of the parents that are bringing their younger kids, they sort of hang around here. So we started Mama and Me class as well for
I
the
thought
young,
I
the
saw
young
that.
women.
That's amazing. I have to stay for that and force Jamerson to make his way here. So this is perfect. So right now we have the teen group here with us. And so, I'm sorry, teens and preteens. Let me be clear, because I don't want to make you guys grow too fast. Trust me, you don't want to. And so what I did was I kind of had a chance over the break to communicate with a few of them. And so I'm hoping that a few of them got a few questions for us, or at least even if you don't have a question, you might have a shout out that you want to give to whether it's your best friend, it's your parents,
Yes.
it's your, I don't know if you got like some friends that you play like video games with, or you have other people or folks like that, but we want you guys to be able to let the listeners know that you're here with us today. So I'm just saying, like, I don't want to pick somebody, so I just think that if you want to come up first, you want to come up first. So you know what? I'll lead with my friend over here. You got your question ready? Yep. Come on, you gotta come on. You know, question ready? Okay. On this side, what about my girls? You got a question ready? Come on up. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Miss Kim. Let's come up this way. It's all good. As long as Kim, I'm not worried about which way Kim is walking, as long as Kim is making her way. All right, there we go. So what is your question? Don't let them make you laugh. Yes, step up. Let me hear your question.
Test.
Introduce yourself. Tell the listeners. Give us a shout out. What school do you go to? Let us know that first.
I go to Pimlico Elementary Middle School.
Test.
And so Pimlico Elementary Middle School. And then what do your friends call you? What do you go by? right? Because, sometimes y'all spell things a little different. Just want to make sure I had it right. And so they call you Kim. And Kim, tell me, okay, first of all, do you have a best friend? Or you got somebody that you talk to more than anybody else? All right, so let's shout out that person. Who's that person first?
I don't want to say that.
Oh, you don't want to say their name? Okay, well, they're a secret. Okay, well, we'll keep them a secret. Outside of them, I'm assuming that you do have a little talk to God every now and then, right? That's your other best friend. That's your real best friend, right? It's God. I love that. And so tell me what your question is. Ready to give me your question? Come a little closer, a little closer, a little closer in the frame. Any question you think about, first of all, the question can't be right or wrong. And it can't be anything. Like, it's just a question.
Do you have any kids?
I have kids? Oh, I got a 16-year-old. I have a teenage son, and he is in the 10th grade. And I'll tell you what, I'm a little proud of him. He just finished up his basketball season last night. So last night was his last game. So yeah, I'm a mom of a teenager. So that's where my little gray hair is starting to come in at. Here you go. Yes. Any other questions?
I play basketball too.
You play basketball? Okay, what's up? Okay, well, speaking of basketball, last week on the show I had the Sanctuary on, which is Coach Sam Brad and Coach Twin, and they are coaches. We have a basketball sanctuary. So if you play basketball, I would love to invite you to the Sanctuary downtown when we open up. We open on March 1st, and so it's a place where you can go and play basketball. It's going to be it's girls teams there, boys teams there, basketball training, physical therapy, all of the things that you could possibly need. It's like a holistic person. But you play basketball, and the coaches there, they also coach for Team Mello. So I don't know what you got going on, but you may want to join the crew. How about that?
Sounds good.
Sure.
Okay, that's perfect. So that means we got to link up. Who do you play for? Do you play for a team yet? Not yet? So you ready to play? You look like you're ready to go, though. You ready to get on the floor and play for a team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, don't be shy. I'm sure you can play. You look like you got some game.
My school got a team, but I ain't signed up for it.
Why? You was nervous? You ain't want?
Because I have siblings.
Oh, you have siblings that you got to go after school. You got to work with them. Oh, so you got a little bit of responsibility, right? Okay, well, that means we got to work through something. We got to get with the family and tell them that you're ready to get involved in your sports, because time is of the essence. So you need that time for yourself after school to be able to do what you need to do so you can get to where you want to go. Do you want to play basketball long term, like for college and stuff? What's your dream? What you want to do? Don't be shy.
I want to be a basketball player.
Sweetheart, you want to be a basketball player, that means we got to start now. So that means you got to get on a team and you got to start now. We got to talk to mom, dad, grandma, auntie, somebody, because somebody got to do something so you don't have to worry about your siblings, so you can stay for practice after school and get on a team, right?
Sure.
Sure or yes? How you want, hold on, wait, because I'm sure Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and all them other, and Juju, I just saw Juju, that's my girl, Juju, so I'm sure they wasn't talking about sure, so you got to be positive that that's what you're ready to do. You ready to go?
I guess.
How you guess? You gotta say yes. It's the power of the mind. But I'll take that as a yes. I'll take the I guess as a yes. How about that? High five. Thanks, Kim. Number one. There we go. All right. So thank you, Kim. Anybody else has? You know what? I got some more folks. Come on up. Come on. My guys are right here. So guys, listen up. You're listening to 106.1 Praise FM. We are broadcasting live from Concord Baptist Church. And Concord Baptist Church has a Saturday school called the Development of the Square. And so right now we have the teen class visiting us live in the sanctuary where we're broadcasting live from. And we're just digging a little deep, giving our youth some attention right now. We're making sure that we're connecting with the school, and we have some teens here, pre-teens and teens here that got a few questions for us. So first of all, introduce yourself.
I'm Ryan James.
Oh, Ryan James, you're my type of guy, because you say your first and your last name. My mom always taught me say your first and your last name when you're introducing yourself. All right, so Ryan, what school do you go to?
Currently go to the Seed School in Maryland.
Seed School, okay. My kids are working. My friends are working out there today. They have a basketball practice at the Seed School, and I know the principal. So shout out to the Seed School. That's a great school. And so, do you have anybody you want to shout out at your school? Any teachers, any principals, any best friends, anybody that you link up with there?
I want to shout out the head of school, Mr. Sykes.
Mr. Sykes, you must be a good guy because you had somebody mention you on the radio on a Saturday. And what's your question, Ryan?
So, if you want to be a lawyer, should you stay there until 12th grade, or should you leave at middle school and go to a regular high school?
That's a good question. If you want to be a lawyer, well, the Seed School. Hold on. Is the Seed School, is that where you stay on campus?
Yes.
feel like you have the, I'm not going to say the attention, but do you feel like you will have the opportunity as you move forward to be able to study and do all the things you need to do on campus? Or is it like kind of busy? Do you get distracted on campus? What do you think is best for you, being on campus Monday through Friday, or do you think that you would focus more if you were home Monday through Friday? What is your thoughts?
I think it's easier to focus at school because I have the extra support.
Look, that is solid. That was a quick, solid answer, but it made completely good sense. So with that being said, you kind of just answered your own question. If you want to be a lawyer and you have the support there, I would try it out. Now, maybe after like 9th or 10th grade year, if you feel like there's something and you're not getting what you need, then before 11th grade year, you may want to have that conversation with your parents. But I think the most important thing that you need in high school, if you want to be a lawyer, is a reading skill. You have to have the desire and the time and the discipline to read. Do you like reading?
Yes.
Well, then you're going to be a great lawyer. You got to like reading, so just don't lose that. So you like reading, you want to be a lawyer, and do you know yet what type of lawyer you want to be? What you want to do when you're a lawyer? Like, what do you see yourself doing as a lawyer? Like, are you going to be, because I can tell you what I think you should be doing, but I'm not in charge. But tell me, like, what do you, as a lawyer, like, do you want to defend people who have things have been wrongfully done to them, or you want to help people who want to be crimes, or what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
All of the above.
All the above, but that's what, right now, the times we live in, we need more civil rights lawyers. So do a little research, use your phone, do a little Googling, and Google civil rights. Civil rights is if you study at least civil rights while you're a lawyer, you'll be able to help our people get through difficult times, right?
Right.
Okay, that's what's up. So shout out to you. Shout out to Ryan. High five, because you want to be a lawyer. You're going to be a great lawyer. I can already tell the way you stand that you're going to be a good lawyer. All right, I'm ready for you. Come on, singer. I want my singer to come back up. Come on, sis. You got to come on. Yep, make your way. I love it. So come on. So this is our singer. If you weren't listening in the beginning of the show, we had someone just come up because today is, what is it, National Song Day or something? Is that what it was? National Song Day. So she came up and dropped the little Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. That means that you got a skill too. That means you can sing. But tell me first of all, tell me your name again.
My name is Serenity Bridges.
Serenity Bridges, I love that. SB, Serenity Bridges. Okay, and Serenity, what school do you go to?
Okay, so I'm trying to say it right because it's kind of a lot, but I go to Baltimore City Young Leadership for Young Girls.
Bliss! Oh my God, you go to Bliss. First of all, the building, the sanctuary I was talking about, is right next door to Bliss. Coach Sam, that coaches the girls after school, okay, Coach, that's what's on my show last week, but we did it at the radio station, so you didn't get to see them here. So Coach Sam was here last week with the sanctuary in Bliss, and I am actually just starting to work with your school. You're right across from the Central Library. You go to an amazing school, Baltimore Leadership School for Young Women. Did I get it right? I just say Bliss all the time. Okay, perfect. Any shout outs for anybody at Bliss?
Shout outs to my teachers, and my friends, because they were like, because I told them that my church, like, do a radio show, and they didn't believe me, so like, haha, it's proof.
Wait a minute, though. What you can do is pull it up on YouTube, and you can show them that you're here today, because we live on YouTube. Not only do we broadcast live, we're on the radio. It's not a podcast. First of all my friends think it's a podcast. I'm like, no, sis, I'm on FM radio with Dr. Jones. So we're live on the radio. It's a RadioOne station. We're really in the same building that everybody knows is 92Q in Woodlawn, so that's where we're connected to. We just happen to broadcast live from the church, and we're on YouTube and Facebook, so you can pull us up, and you can just let them know you were here. And look, she's like, okay, yeah, it's a vibe now, right? Okay, Serenity, so tell me, and shout out to your friends who didn't believe you, who now have proof, so shout out to those girls. And so tell me what your question is today.
I almost forgot my question.
No, you didn't. You can never forget. You just got to bring it back to the front of your mind.
My question is, what made y'all get the idea of doing a live or like talk like a radio show?
You know what? That's a good question, because let me tell you, Serenity, I never got a chance to. I don't even know. Maybe in the early stages of the show, because we've been on. What do you say, Dean Cofield? We've been doing this for about 2 years now, right? At least 2 years. At least 2 years, right? And so I'll tell you what, Dr. Jones and his daughter Mona And like other people, Dr. Jones has always done radio off and on. He's very big on promoting God, the church, community activity. So he's always had the show. And so off and on, and I'll tell you, Miss Roxanne, I don't know if you know her here, she is the church secretary, administrator for the church. And so she introduced me to Dr. Jones, and she told Dr. Jones at the time I worked for the mayor. And she said, oh, yeah, I can connect you with Jamie. He needed some help with some project he was working on for the church. And when I met him, I was like, oh, Dr. Jones, I don't even know how to talk. And then one day I told him, I said, I just really love radio and television. He said, well, I'm getting ready to do a radio show again. I said, well, I want to be on it. Didn't really, hadn't worked with him that many times. We were literally standing, I would never forget standing on the floor of a banquet, one of the church banquets. And he said that. And I said, well, when you're ready, I'm ready. He said, no, you let me know when you're ready. And I seized the opportunity because I had done radio in college. I had done television. I mean, I've worked for BT. It's an old show called 106 in Park. I've worked for like lots of places, but I was like, I want to do this again. And so I took the opportunity that Dr. Jones presented to me, and I joined him on the show, and I never looked back. And I look at this like it's my ministry. I used to be on the choir in church. I used to be an usher board. I used to do all the things, but when I went away to college, things change. When you get older, you get a little busy. Your parents can't force you to come to church, right? So, and then I told God that I wanted to do something to serve him. And so this is my ministry. Do you think that you would like doing radio or television?
I get a little too nervous sometimes, so I can't really see myself doing it, but maybe I'm not really into TVs and stuff. Well, yeah, I watch TV, but I want to see myself on TV. But I'll do a play or something.
So you can do some acting. What about some singing? You think you can sing in front of people?
No.
Absolutely not. So what is your thing? What do you see yourself doing long term?
I don't really, the thing I'm seeing myself do is being an entrepreneur. I want to own my own business.
You want to be a boss. I know that's right. And you have the skills to be a boss. I can already tell, first of all, I can tell you're a leader. You're very much, I'm not going to say outspoken, but you are not afraid to speak. You are a people's person. You have good energy. So that means that whatever business you do or whatever you're selling, whatever you're offering to people, people like me going to love you because you have the vibe, you have a perfect smile, you have a personality, you got all the things. So you could be a boss, right? I love it. And so let me ask you this. When you see yourself being a business owner, do you think that you want to go right into business ownership after high school? Or do you see yourself going to college?
So I want to go to college, but I also want to start my business as soon as I get out of high school. So maybe the second one, because the thing I want to do for my business is it's going to take a lot of school, a lot of, a lot of stuff like that.
I love that. So that means you're going to do 2 in 1, right? High five on that, Serenity, because that means that she's going to.
Sister James, I will say that
Yes.
Serenity is in the theater focus of our recreation.
Okay, that's why she said she'll do a play. You in theater. Okay, Serenity, I love it. So that means that you are not only going to do community stuff, you can do acting, you can do all the things, but you're going to be a boss and you're going to get your education at the same time. I'll say that again.
I could do it all in one.
That's a hashtag for the day. I could do it all in one. Shout out to Serenity and all the folks and all of our teens and preteens today. They're clapping for her, guys. You got to watch this live on YouTube under Concord Baptist Church, Baltimore. And we're the same name on Facebook. Thank you, Dean Cofield. Again, you are doing an amazing job with this. And just really shout out to you, God's speed and blessings for you, because not too many people going to dedicate that Saturday and their times during the week to prepare for teens and to prepare for kids. And this is just your service to God. This is not anything someone's forcing you to do. You're not on contract or anything. This is something that you're doing, your service to God. And that's a big deal because not too many people take time out for young people, especially that Saturday morning.
It's my pleasure.
It is your, and that's the thing, you always have good energy, you're always ready to do it, and you got to know you love doing it, because you always look good when you come in. I'm like, she get up on Saturday, she put her hands, everything is on point, so she always on fleek. So shout out to Dean Cofield for doing all the things, looking the part, having the good energy, and just loving God and serving. It's about you today, so shout out to you for making this happen for these teens. Let's give Dean Cofield a hand, guys. Yes, woo-hoo! Yes, and to our moms and everybody. Yes, so thank you, Dr. Jones, for allowing our teens to come on today. Thank you, Dean Cofield, for coming on, talking about the development of the square, where we focus on education, spirituality, economics, and recreation. And you've been listening to 106.1 Praise FM, one of Radio One's favorite stations. And you're listening to I Know a Place and I Want to Take You There. And FYI, if you have a loved one that needs assisted living care, and it doesn't matter their age, if they are enabled and they can't live on their own, Dr. Jones has an amazing assisted living facility called Home Again 2. It is care with dignity. If you're interested in getting your loved one stable and getting them the support that they need, call 443-695-8993, 443-695-8993. And any information you've heard today, you know you can call us at the church, 410-367-1117. Again, shout out to Dr. Jones, who had to go early. Shout out to Dean Cofield, who came through with her teens. Shout out to the preteens and teens. Shout out to Kim, Serenity, all the people. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to your school. Shout out to C School. Shout out to Bliss. Shout out to everybody. We will be back next week, same time, 11 a.m. I know a place, and I'll take you there. Peace out, everybody. They're waving. Happy Valentine's Day.